Yeah, come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to smash your palm, the like button. Come on. Yo. I know it's the off season. I really thought about not doing anything for the next few days. But you guys keep me coming back one way or another. Let's go. Yup. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a Cowboy party. Let's get it. One way or another, baby.
What more do you want from me?
Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Cowboys really got good news, good problems, times, draft hopes. We hopeless, baby, huh? What? Let's get it. All right. They really say one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Let's get it.
Are you not entertained?
Come on, baby.
Are you not entertained?
Give me a 1 in the chat, baby. 5, 4, 3.
Wait! Stop! Leave! Come back! Leave!
2. What? Come on, baby. All right. All right, I hope audio is better this time around, baby. I hope audio is better this time around, and hope all is well. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if it's too high, too low, or what have you. It seems as if, though, the Eclipse Part 2 is out here in Dallas because it's dark outside, and it's 12:57 my time for your mind. All right, so even though we had news of CD Lamb, or I call him, and my guy the lunatic call him C Dangerous Lamb, potentials to hold out or what have you. He said he will be in Dallas. He didn't say where, but he said he will be in Dallas. Yeah, the eclipse was nice. Okay, y'all blessed. Y'all saw the eclipse. Appreciate those who went and saw it. You know, I seen it, on TV, and I saw some people out there, looking up into the sky, and I absolutely saw the Jones family looking up, and hey, they always say if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, baby. So y'all get on up with us, man. Come on. My guy Christopher Blunt says he can hear me very well. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you. Marcus Robbins says bless Eclipse, new beginnings. Yes, indeed. So appreciate everybody, man, for your love, your support. All right, so I know the title could be confusing. It could be one of those titles that you look at and you will say to yourself, what the hell is Law Nation talking about, man? Why are he talking about a good problem? And it hit me right before, because I had a whole different title right before I went live, and I try to do all of my content live, real, raw, unscripted, all of that stuff. I try to, man. I don't try to have all of these beautiful cliff notes and stuff like that. And it could be a detriment to my channel and things like that, because I'm not that dude that will have everything structured, right? We build planes while it's in the air. It's the raw law over here. It's raw over here, baby. No diddy. But I will say this. When I start, it hit me. It just hit me. And it hit me literally like, where my button at? Here I go. Here it go. It hit me because we talking about CD Lamb, man. We talking about Parsons, man. We ain't talking about Dorrance Armstrong. We talking about Parsons. And we ain't talking about, let's say, and ain't beating you up, Jalen Brooks, but we ain't talking about both of the Jalen Brooks or Tolbert. We talking about CeeDee Lamb, baby. You know, we having an issue going back and forward talking about that. Don't you know that there are teams right now that will cut their left, let me keep it PG-13, cut their left hand off just to have a CeeDee Lamb, or just to have a Micah Parsons. What's that song say? And just to get close to you, girl. Just to get close, man. People would love to have these sets of problems. And what I'm thinking is that when we look at it, think about what we do during the offseason. We literally don't move. And the same movement that we had last year is the same movement that we had this year. The only difference was we got a bunch of 30-year-olds. We got Stephon Gilmore and we got Brandon Cooks. In the time before that, who we got in the offseason that we were all giddy and jumping up and down and doing jumping jacks off of? Nobody, right? Nobody. No, in the words of Keith Sweat, nobody, baby. You know, so it was nobody. So shout out to you, Barry. Appreciate you. Need to trade for another first. Well, we're going to get into that. But I just say this, man, that the Cowboys, it's the same thing. I guess the wordplay of we going all in, and the only thing went all in was the eclipse. But here's my truths. I get it. The tactics of the Jones family will always be the tactics. From what I know, the insiders who said that Parsons is causing a problem, we can now see that, you know, it's 9 times out of 10, it's the Joneses saying, hey, can you talk about this? Can you sprinkle a little bit this in there? And this is the slow season. People are pulling each and every direction for content material. It's literally that's going on. How many topic lines been talked about for the Chiefs? They won the freaking Super Bowl. How many people pulling up topic lines saying, can they be 3P? Is that the new dynasty? Hey, did you hear that they trying to move to Dallas? Hey, these should be tangible topic lines, man. Hey, Rashid Rice, you know, hey, what he was doing, you know, did they sweep that under the bridge or rug yet? You know, because let him play for the Cowboys. Oh, my goodness, that would have been headline news. But I'm about to say Ray Rice. Hey, the Rice has been having bad mojo things going on. But Rashid Rice, it just it's going to dissipate. It's going to disappear. And I hope all is well. You know, shout out to him. Chiefs are a dynasty. Yeah, they should be talking about that. Ooh, they should be diving deep into that. But it's the Dallas Cowboys. It's Parsons. It's Lamb. I'm trying to see how long I can go without saying 4. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can go a whole episode without even bringing him up. I'm going to see how far I can go. But it's been that. Action Power says law. They've been talking about not Ray, but Rice every day, my guy. On to what level? I haven't heard it over here, and I'm always on these airways. Send me the clips. Let me know how long the topic line's been. They haven't been talking about him as much as have they been talking about him more or CeeDee Lamb? I'll wait. Who they been talking about more? Rice or Lambs? You know, which one they been talking about more? Rice or Parsons? Which one they been talking about? Rice or Jerry Jones? Hey, can somebody point out the name of the GM? Who's the GM for the Chiefs? Who's the owner for the Chiefs? If you can just put it out real quick, you know how they. And I know people are going to say, "Okay, Hunts." Well, who's the GM? No, people don't even know who the GM is for the Chiefs. But we for dog sure know who the Chiefs are. We for dog sure know who the GM for the Cowboys are. Yeah. So that's just what it is. Yeah. CD just started yesterday. Yeah. No. Where have you been, Action Powell? Where have you been? They've been talking about CD. They've been talking. I can pull up numerous articles about C. Dangerous Lamb. And put it like this. The time that the Cowboys would have had news like Stephon Diggs, that would have been a situation that would have been ongoing over and over and over again. Diggs was a problem over there in Buffalo. Oh, yeah, he was a problem over there. And they put masking tape all over it. It was visible. You can see the frustrations in the countenance on his face when Joshua Allen will overthrow him. Or in one game, I believe it was against the Eagles, and it was a go-to moment, and Diggs wasn't even on the field, I believe, or they benched him, and he wasn't in the play. They don't do that here, you know. Oh, okay. Let me say this, though. The 49ers, when they made it to the Super Bowl, and the coaching staff didn't know the rules in that particular overtime game, don't you know how many times they will be talking about that if that occurred here in Dallas? Shoo. Talk to Sully says they got rid of their cancer. Dallas embraces their cancers, or Dallas poisons and they create the cancer. Dallas poison. They put some of that reverse mama's cookings into their food, and they say, look, what you have here, that's just what it is. And I'm banking on the fact that, you know, I'm banking on this, though, right here. I'm going to be really close to watching the Buffalo Bills this year. Because I want to see how that experiment will be without Stephon Diggs. I'm going to be really watching those boys and seeing how they operate and move now. Is Josh Allen, can he lift up that particular team without Diggs, you know? And if he do, I'm going to give him his flowers. I'm going to definitely give him his flowers. But I'm going to see what he looked like now without rolling of the coverages and without people sitting back saying that, hey, you know, Gabe Davis, is he still there? If he's still there, hey, man, there's only one route that he could run, right? And they went and got the other guy, Curtis Samuel, who he can't take the top off. He can give you some short area quickness, but you can sit on his routes. He's not a nuanced guy like that. So I'm going to be looking real deep onto Josh Allen. Yeah, no, they better give him some run game, though. They better. And people fail to realize when you have a weapon like Diggs, he create that space and he create that opportunity to have coverages rolled his way. And it frees up opportunities for other guys, right? And it also creates spaces underneath so that you can run. So we'll see. Gabe on the Jaguars now? Ooh, okay. They better draft. They better. What pick do the Buffalo Bills got? Because they better be doing this right here. Where my draft button at? I'm looking for it. Y'all bear with me. I know I had a draft button somewhere right here. It is. Here it is. Yes, indeed. It's slow. They better be trying to move up to get Neighbors or Brian Thomas or somebody, you know. I have faith in the Cowboys. Yeah, appreciate. They got the 28 pick. Ooh, baby. All right, let me see what we got here. We got the 24th. Let me roll. Let me run this one right quick, if y'all don't mind. Come on. Go right here. And we'll go. Where my Cowboys? Boom. Here we go. Boom. Let's roll it. Let's roll it right quick. Yeah. Man, I must have picked slow. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Mock draft simulator for the nation. We're going to go turbo. We're going to go 3 rounds. We'll go Dallas Cowboys. Boom. Go. 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 On the clock. Why is this thing moving so slow? They simulator must be down. Let me refresh here. F5, Law. We're gonna see if we can get this going. Make sure click this on, click this off. We ain't trying to pick for them. Turbo, speed it up, Turbo. Come on. What the hell wrong with that simulator? Go. No trade offers. Y'all bear with me. Boom. Let me see. I must be something right. Go. Start draft. Go. There we go. Get on up there. Jeez. Had to yell it. Thou shall decree a thing. I had to decree it. Okay. All right. So Newton is there. Cooper DeJean is there. Byron Murphy is here. Ooh. See, this is the type of problem we need to have, by the way. And let me see what our wide receivers we have on the docket right here. I do like A.D. Mitchell. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Byron Murphy. Watch it. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see if I can get that. And we did only 1 pick? No. Next mock. Oh, I did 1. Okay, we'll do 3 this time. I messed up that draft. Come on. Start draft. There we go. All right, it's there again. My Byron ain't there no more. I'm going to go with Newton. I do like Cooper DeJean. I do like what he can bring to the table. All right, and now we look at our wide receiver. Ricky! That's all we have, baby. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, I like Baker over Ricky almost, man. But let me see what we can do right here. I'm going our interior. I need an offensive tackle now. All right. Karen is there. Blake is there. Okay. Inside offensive lineman. This one is trash. This is trash. I can't believe they're gonna do this to me. I had a beautiful example earlier, man, that I should have saved that joker, baby. All right. And I definitely need edge, but I can't go right there. I already got my inside guy. Damn, this ain't a good draft for me. All right. All right. I'm going to prove my point a little later on, but this right here, bro. And then they said you should have drafted Cooper DeJean. Yeah. Leave me alone. All right. JD from DC says Dallas motto for next season would be not my brother's keeper. Reb says I'm sleeping on Ricky. I'm just we don't know about Ricky, man. We don't know about Ricky. All right. Let's go right here. Let's listen to this. Let me know if the audio is straight.
Dropped his article, ProFootballTalk.com. If Micah Parsons is wearing thin, the Cowboys should just thicken their skin. Here we go. The Cowboys flagship recently dropped a bombshell regarding the relationship between the team and its best defensive player, if not best overall player.
Give me a 1 if y'all can hear that a whole lot better than what we heard yesterday. Let me know if you guys can hear this. It's only about good.
Micah Parsons, Sean Sharif for 105.3 The Fan. Shannon. It's pronounced Sean Sharif.
Yeah, you should call him Shannon Sharp.
Sean
Sharp.
The station, on which Cowboys owner Jerry Jones appears twice per week during the year, shared a surprising claim about the relationship between the Cowboys and Parsons. And then he quotes me, blah, blah, blah. Those people smiling or breathing a sigh of relief if Micah was traded would be idiots, frankly, Florio writes. Parsons is a generational talent, a modern-day Lawrence Taylor.
Before he go any further, proof that the Eclipse messed up my sound yesterday because I didn't touch nothing. Everything is the same. Proof that the Eclipse messed me up yesterday, baby. Come on with All right. So let's listen to what he's going to say. Here's my only thing. LT is LT for the Giants. There will never be another LT, in my opinion. There will never be another Deion, primetime neon Deion Sanders. There will never be another one of those guys. There could be several different Rod Woodsons of the world, and Rod Woodson was a damn good DB. Yeah, he was a damn good DB. To a degree, there probably would never be another Rod Woodson, or Ronnie Lott, all of these greats. Now, Parsons, to me, Parsons do have his set of generational talent. Just like Aaron Donald, there will probably never be another smaller size interior defensive tackle, a beast, a warrior like Aaron Donald, who practiced with knives and stuff. Just crazy, right? That run when everybody running out of a burning house, he's running into a burning house. I get all of that. He plays with his hair on fire, right? So when people try to quantify that these things can be the same, no. Now, could there be another Darrelle Revis? To me, I think that there could be other Darrelle Revises, Talib Akib, or however you say that kid's name, who's in Richardson, Texas, what have you, from that area. Shout out to him and his entire family. Don't come after me, So there are things like that, and I'm not finna put Revis as a generational talent and all this stuff. I think that there could be other Revises. But when you start talking about people who changed the game, come on, man. They wasn't playing linebacker like they were playing linebacker and edges like what they were seeing when you saw an LT, right? So when you start saying that, when you say that players are the same or what have you, that takes away a lot of the argument, right? Like, for example, Jerry Rice. There's only one Jerry Rice, right, who was doing it in a system that was perfect for him, that played with that long length of time without getting hurt and injured for majority of his career. You can stand boldly and say, hey, man, there would never be another Jerry Rice because of especially how the money is working and especially how the time and the era it was. It just would never be another Jerry Rice. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's listen to the rest of this.
The Cowboys need him if they want to get a piece of what Jerry inaccurately calls glory hole. What has Parsons done? He's a little surly and standoffish with the media at times. He has his own podcast. He speaks his mind on X. So what? Has he ever done anything truly problematic? Sure, he took a shot at the coaching after the blowout loss to the Packers. He called the playoff loss embarrassing, and it was. He's criticized the personnel moves the team made in 2023. He's more than good enough to get any team with any sense to put up with it. Do a little research on the stuff the Giants overlooked with Lawrence Taylor. Micah isn't even in that stratosphere of problem. He is...
Yeah, LT was doing a whole bunch of... Yeah, some crazy animals in here. Or crazy dogs, I believe his quote was, Technically, the three greatest players of all time. Hollywood, LT, the playmaker. Can you imagine those boys' careers if they wasn't on that stuff? Ooh, can you imagine, man? Michael Irvin. That's why I used to say to my brother who loved Jerry. I said, yeah, Jerry was putting up those numbers sober. Michael Irvin was putting up the. Michael Irvin was putting up those numbers coming off of a hangover. You know what I'm saying? He was hungover, baby, and he was still putting up those numbers. So, hey.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yeah, buddy. Shoot. Can you imagine a sober Michael Irvin? Oh, my goodness, man. Those numbers and what he was able to do in big-time moments and big-time games. Oh, my goodness, man.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Can you imagine LT? Ooh, shoot. Believe it or not, we seen variations of Parsons out of Hollywood. Who remember Hollywood? Who remember 56? And what he was able to do, man. Come on, man. What was it? Punt returns, kickoff returns, man. Shoot. Riggs! I can't take this no more, man. If 56 coming at me, man. Oh my gosh. It was. Shoot. Didn't he hit the lottery twice? Shh. That brother hit the lottery twice. Come on with it, man.
Been exemplary off the field. He's been incredible on it. He has said some things that are less than ideal, sure, but who cares? Finally, if this is the team's clumsy way of driving down his contract expectations, good luck. And if the Cowboys think he's too much of a pain in the ass to keep around, there are 1 or 2 or 31 other teams that would gladly take the player and everything that goes along with the Micah Parsons experience.
Yeah.
Mike Florio.
Should have called it the Micah Parsons Project. But,
The Micah Parsons problem is the nickname, though, from Brian Baldinger.
The MPP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the MPP.
What do you think about
But see, when Brian Baldinger calls it a Micah Parsons problem, he's speaking it from a good connotations, right? I remember, man, we were talking about, man, we need a guy that can get to the quarterback. Oh my gosh, we need a guy that can get around and get to the quarterback. Now that we got him, we need to get rid of him. You know, it goes all the way back. I guess right now most of the hate flames are gone from Trayvon Diggs. But I remember, man, we used to crown the guy that can give us 1 or 2 interceptions a season, right? It's been times and moments that Diggs or Bland give us 1 or 2 a game. Shoot. Yeah. It's so good for us to have these problems with Malik Hooker to a degree. That Malik Hooker, when he averaged 2 to 3 INTs a year for us, that's a blessing, man. We used to be waiting 2 or 3 years for the safety to give us those type of productivity. You know, the productions from that aspect of that room. Who remember J.J. Wilcox? Who remember Jeff Heath? Well, I thought, Jeff Heath was pretty good to a degree as a special teams guy and as a guy that's going to come down like a heat-sickling missile, And who remember, man, for years how long we held on to Orlando Skandrick. Gosh, man. We held on to him so long. I remember him with the bracelets, before he can get any attention from a Drea or whoever he was dating, For him to get a bag, then Drea was like, hey, holla, hey, boo, Drea was hollering at him. And then put him on Molly, you know what I'm saying? Not the one that worked on the ESPN Molly. She put him on the other Molly, right? Who remember those days? Shoot. Yeah. And lo and behold, the dark days when we had Gerald Sensabaugh, I think that he's still looking for Sidney Rice. He's still looking like we was pretty much could have did something in that Vikings game, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. Y'all think that we were hurt after this playoff game and the 49ers playoff game. That game really hurt me, that Vikings playoff game. Who remember that? And then that dude, Jared Allen, I believe, every time he was sacked, he would do some type of rodeo move or what have you. And I'm sitting here like, hey, that's my quarterback, man. Tony Romo, man. That game hurt, man. I will never forget that. I said it had Sidney Rice looking like Jerry Rice, boy. It was literally one play on the sideline. Gerald sends the ball. He's looking for the ball and the receiver already got the doggone ball in his hand, scoring the touchdown, and he's still looking. Legends have it that he's still looking for the doggone ball. Hey, when we lose bad, don't we? We just don't have a casual loss. It's always something to remember you by. You know, it could be that deal that Jerry made with that man upstairs. And one can argue the man upstairs give abundantly. So that wasn't the deal that he made with him. He made the deal with somebody else. It was him downstairs.
This Bob?
Robert.
So, first off, he's clearly, and look, Micah Parsons is fantastic, but the suggestion that like he's never had problems off the field, it's like, well, okay, well, you're just limiting yourself, Mike, then to talking about Dallas, because there are definitive issues that he did have at Penn State. That, you know, the whole hazing incident, that was something that he dealt with, and I would say that.
And this is no offense to Mike, but this is the difference when you're in the city covering the team.
Ho. How old is Micah Parsons right now, y'all? How old is Micah Parsons? Y'all help me out. Yeah. Yeah, oh man, Mike Jenkins wearing 21. It was terrible. Yeah. He wasn't. Micah Parsons can't be 26. He's 24. Okay, so to bring up, he can't be even 24. Let me see how old Micah Parsons is. Google it. He's 24. Oh damn, y'all right. Okay, you right. Okay. Damn, he's an old 24. All right, so he's 24, or about to be 24. He's 24 for sure. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna stop not believing y'all, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, how many likes we got, man? Y'all hit the like, share this thing, man. So he's 23, finna be 24. All right, so the hazing thing, that happened while he was in college. So he had to be anywhere between 20 and 21. You can't hold that against him. And then it happened while he was in college. And I think that the modern day society, you know, I get hazing, but that's just the way of life, man. That used to be the way of life, man. Some of these things got to be kept with a hush mouth, man. That's just the way of life, man. Everybody. Look, you got to go through some type of hazing in life. You got to. Everything shouldn't be given to you freely. And I get it. Modern day society, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. I wouldn't hold that against Parsons. Matter of fact, you know, I think that we should do a little bit more of that team bonding deals, you know. You should do more of the everybody got to wear whitey tighties. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on through here. You know, we should do more cut the lights off, no diddy. Soap in the sock type of situation. You know, there should be more of that, you know, because the line of respect should be given and the line of respect should be also earned, I meant to say. And that is the way you got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. But instead, let me quit talking.
Mike, I mean, with all due respect, Mike, I don't think Mike knows. And you're not going to know unless you are in the city and talk to people who cover the team or work for the team.
This is not something that you would get. I mean, you have to get this from like somebody who is deep embedded in that you wouldn't know if you don't work here. Like, it's not somebody that you would know that Schefter would be getting stuff from, right? Or
I don't know. I don't know who
Schefter's
Schefter's sources are.
Maybe it isn't.
No idea.
It could be.
Well, I mean, Jerry Jones is yours. He's writing you these checks to slander all of his players. Clearly, you know?
I think Florio's overall point, and that's why on Friday I said, are some of these things that annoy some people just like, is Micah Parsons more of an annoyance to some people on the Cowboys than Luka Doncic is to the Mavericks? I don't know. I've been asking, is this just typical diva-esque superstar behavior? Maybe it is. I don't know. I've just heard more things negative about Micah than I've heard about Luka with the Mavs.
I don't know many divas. I'm not around G-Bag enough to be able to really know what the divas are like. But,
hey, 5 o'clock hour. Let's go lay in the field. Let's go. Oh, wait, 2 o'clock hour.
No, it's 5 o'clock. Let's go home. That's what it is. Let's go home. 5 o'clock hour. Got pregame coming up here. But I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is here with this because there's no way to know.
Mike's just trying to be like he's so great of a player. You shut up and you put up with it.
I mean, generally that does happen in sports.
And to be honest and candid, I do think that's what the Cowboys are going to do. I don't know. I would hope that Jerry, Stephen Jones, and Mike McCarthy hear the same things that I and we hear. I would hope. I don't think it's going to affect them. I don't think Micah Parsons on the trade block. All right, I'm just telling you some of the annoyance that there is behind the scenes that there has been with him.
Let's say this. People used to reject the idea when it was early on suggested, and I'm not speaking directly to Mike. I'm just talking about let's look at another situation. People used to reject pretty outright the idea that Ezekiel Elliott was a little immature the first few years he was here. I'm here to tell you that, and Zeke may be coming back at some point, whatever else. He grew up a great deal. He was a pro, like the in terms of.
Let me stop my guy Bobby Belt for a second. Zeke immaturities were different from Parsons. Zeke, to me, had a better rookie season than Parsons. To me. Just to me. The NFL saw Zeke coming. Pause if necessary. Or no diddy. They saw him coming, and they wanted to slow that. They wanted to slow that down a little bit. They castrated Zeke. They gilded Zeke. They cut off Zeke. They unsullied that dude because of the fact that they knew that it was going to be contagious for the entirety of the team. It was no fault in Zeke. He never was arrested. There was no mug shots. And you seen this happy-go-lucky, full of energy guy. And they literally took that away from him. He never looked the same. They forced the Zeke that y'all see today was the Zeke of now, but not the same Zeke of 2016. We as Cowboy fans were only privy to Zeke 1 year. The true nature of Zeke, we were only privileged to see him that 1 year. He looked like he was MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he became this cave, and I'm not talking about him because he still dressed up to par. He was still fashioned. He grew out his hair, what have you. But the rookie, if you pull up a 2016 Zeke photo, and you pull up 17, 18, 19, 20, you see two different people. Not looking at the face, but look at the eyes. You know. Look at his eyes and the countenance of his face. They broke him, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about back mountain. They broke him, you know. And we never got a chance to see that juvenile, that happy-go-lucky Zeke ever again. He was gone. The guy that played around in the locker room, that was throwing candy when Dak Prescott was talking. The guy that ran out on the field and told the defense, get ready, get locked, get loaded. Let's go win this game. The guy that, look, the game that it took it for me was that Chicago Bears game on Zeke. And I said, man, that dude, that Zeke right there, you know. That Chicago Bear, who remember that when he hurt? That was the first hurdling of someone. And yeah, I said, man. And then, oh my goodness, That Steelers game, oh my goodness, Zeke. Oh my goodness. There's so many moments that you can go back and look at, but they took that away from us, man. They robbed us, man, of that whole run, and you can tell that he was a happy-go-lucky kid, and the charges that they tried to pour upon him in 2017, if you go look at it, those things were literally happening in Ohio State in 2014 and 15. We were sitting there like, come on, man. If anything, you should have did that in 16. You should have did that before he got a chance to even get into the league. And they should have took what that lady said in that text message saying that I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to falsely say these things about you, and I'm going to get you kicked out of the league. They should have read that and said, you know what? Hey, Zeke, we ain't going to suspend you no games. We're going to ball this up and throw it out. She's obviously lying, you know. Oh, my goodness, man. And for the investigator, Kia Roberts, I think that's her name. She literally came out on the NFL and said, pause, ladies and gentlemen. You know, she literally came out on the NFL and said that basically, I see no fault in Zeke. I see no credibility to this lady's stance. That he should be reinstated with full clear to play. And this before the season kicked off, and doggone Roger Goodell was like, yeah. He ignored her, and then she disappeared. We never heard of a Kia Roberts. I don't think that we even heard of a Kia all that year. People stopped buying the cars, you know. So that's just how it goes. So Parsons on a whole nother thing, man. Parsons, his rookie year, he wasn't podcast Parsons, right? Parsons literally just started this podcast thing in his third season. He didn't do it his rookie year nor his sophomore year. His third season podcast Parsons came about. And the only thing that here's my 1,000 truths that I'll say with Parsons podcast. In the beginning, I would tell y'all 1,000% that I can't stand the podcast. I couldn't, because I'm old school. But now I'm looking at it as a content creator, as a person that do this day in and day out. I don't blame him, man. You know, personalize your brand, do your thing. Your podcast is 30 minutes to an hour. But it's the way he kind of run his podcast to me. I think that what Parsons need on his podcast ultimately is a co-host, somebody else that can take some of the questionings and get it moving, so it won't be independently just him in a room. Bleacher Report, go grab somebody, man. Go grab somebody to have a co-host on his show once a week when he do his podcast, and it will look like literally he's kicking and he's chilling and he's just having a casual conversation. But when it's just him, it sometimes it put all of the focus just on him, and there's no bouncing of the opinion. And people will drive home to that and say, man, Parsons, he think this about the Cowboys. Hey, man, we got to play this team next week. And there's no balance to his approach, and that's why people throw the knives and the jags at him. Just give him a co-host, man. It could be my dog Skywalker, man. I think they're from the same hometown. It could be Vach. I think he'll bring in some good balance to the approach. It could be Micah. He could be Big Game James. That would be the number one show. Put Big Game James in there. You know what I'm saying? or put Boss Cowboys Sports, Jay Tuck. Just put some balance in there. Don't put me in there. I'm too wild at times. But just put somebody else in on the show with them. And I think that would balance out some of the focal points. But JB2 says that I'll pay money for Big Game James to be on there. Why y'all didn't win? Y'all soft. S-O-F-T, soft. That podcast will last about 10 to 15 minutes, but I guarantee you it'll be the best 10 to 15 minutes in your life. Yes, indeed. Oh, my gosh.
His practice habits and everything else, he was a big time. But here's the reality of it. The first 3 years Ezekiel Elliott was here in Dallas, he was a pain in the ass for them. They were willing to put up with it, and they liked his work ethic and everything else. But he was absolutely a pain. He caused problems for them that they had to deal with, that they didn't love having to deal with. And so that doesn't mean, even if there are people who are maybe a little frustrated with immaturity or whatever else with Micah, that doesn't mean that it's impossible to turn it around. It doesn't mean that means they're not willing to put in the time and the work to see it through and see the growth through. But I don't think it's just something you can outright reject as an impossibility, that a 24-year-old with a lot of money and fame might be a little difficult at times. That's not unheard of. That's not a difficult leap to make.
No, and like, look, would it surprise me that
I'm a jackass now. I'm 34 and don't have money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, give me those things, because there are numerous of other guys that got a problem with DV, like domestic violence or doing drugs or being out, like the Pac-Man Jones. No offense to that kid, right? There's plenty of other things that we can have problems with. There's going to be days beyond this time that people going to wish that they had the Micah Parsons problem, right? They're going to be sitting back watching. Y'all be like, damn, man, y'all remember we used to have that dude that wore number 11 that all he talked about was podcasting and stuff like that, and didn't know whether or not this game should have been serious or not. But, man, look at this dude right here we drafted in the first round. He can't even get off the block. Look, for example, would you rather have tacos or would you rather have Parsons, Would you rather have a tacos or Parsons, Who's banging on the table like, hey, Micah Parsons need to be more like tacos, you know what I'm saying? Like which one do you want, Would you rather have Zeke at the time or Joseph Randle, man, stealing draws and cologne? They both wore 21. Which one of the problems you want, at the time? Give me Zeke, man. Give me the guy with the alleged stuff versus I went to North Park Mall. That was a nice little mall up that way. This dude's stealing draws and cologne, man. No soap? You don't want the soap too? You might as well got the shampoo, man. Come on, man. And Louis says, Joseph said, too much meat on the bones, man. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. So I'm telling y'all, man, these are not problems, man. Would you rather have C.D. Lamb or Devin Street problems, Your dude couldn't even find a way on the doggone team, So I get it. Just cologne, Lord. Just cologne. Like, man, I'm going to kill him with these, man. Yeah. She ain't going to never know. I got to give you some fresh pair of drawers, man, dude. Don't you know how much? I bet you Joseph Randle had some money, though. But he just going to steal the cologne and drawers. Maybe he was getting hazed. And he was looking for the whitey tighties.
Yeah, you think of how much money you'd have if you actually had a house. And
right.
Throw money on the toilet.
Oh, my gosh. I certainly wouldn't owe $2,000 in taxes because I'd have all those sweet write-offs you guys get.
But imagine, look, it's not the Cowboys will be the first team that are trying to drive costs down.
The Cowboys are not trying to drive. I'm going to outright reject.
But you keep saying no. But it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of reflecting on me when you keep saying that. When you talk about the Jets have a PR hitman, to me that's not separate enough from what I'm talking about here.
Let me say this, and then we're going to open up the phone lines to everyone. The best way to drive the cost down and the price down is to get in there early. If you're thinking about moving to Texas, especially in the Dallas area, and you say you're going to wait 2 or 3 years from now, you're going to pay more. You're going to pay more. That's just the bottom line. The only way you can save money to move to Dallas right now is to move now. That's the only way. The only way you could save money on the quarterback is to move now. Well, that's already a moot point it was to move before the year of 2022. See, I'm going a long time without saying his name. The only way you can save money on Parsons is to buy him now. You let Parsons go into this season, he's going to generate, you can try to put mud, dirt, you can spoil his name all you want. You can sully, denigrate, you can open up your cheeks and drop fecal matter all over it. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. That value is going to rise. So the time to dog out your players is not now. You better move like a thief in the night if you're thinking about trading someone. Nobody saw, like, I'm not trying to give the Bills a beat of credit here. I'm not. But nobody saw 2 weeks ago Stephon Diggs going to the Texans. They kept it on a hush-hush. As they say, real G's moves in what? Silence, right? Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they got diarrhea at the mouth. They gonna let it leak out. It's gonna be all over the room. They gonna let everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie, hey, coming out of the grave. Talk about their trades. Like, we knew that the Cowboys was focused in on Brandon Cooks in 2022. They were trying to get him then. He didn't come here to 2023. The Cowboys moved so slow. They have the right intentions, but we moved too slow. And then by the way of processing, we are the only organization that would beat down, tear down the value of their own player and then trade them. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, what would you get out of it, right? Of leaking out, hey, man, Amari Cooper missed days. Even if it was true, Amari Cooper stayed hurt. Even if it was true, you could have kept that in-house. You don't need an exclusive report on Amari Cooper not willing to do this and that, and then sully and say, hey, man, he stayed hurt. When he stayed healthier more than the guy you gave $60 million to. Not going to say his name as well. Make that make sense. That's one of the, like people talk about Cowboys are a real nice drafting team. I will give you that. But even in that, we talk too much. Oh man, we really like this dude. We really like, oh yeah. And it is not, and they be standing with a straight face who they really want. We be like, they just try to blow smoke up. You know what I mean? Nah, they be like, yeah, we really want him. They were fixed on getting Tyler Smith before Tyler Smith was even finna graduate. They would already say, we really want him. And there's nothing wrong with that. They hit on that. It leaked out days before the draft. It was so odd that we couldn't even really say anything. We were like, we just gonna hold our lips on this one. I knew 3 days before the draft that we were drafting LVE. 3 days before. I'm sitting here talking to my guy DDP. I'm talking to Big A James. I talked to my guy Computer. I said, man, my guy, he told me they going with LVE. And I said, for real? He said, for real? Yeah. If he's there, they taking him. They ain't looking at nobody else. If he's there, they taking him. And lo and behold, I felt like, shoot, I missed out. I could have been selling. Yeah. I could have been yelling to the high heavens, who we gonna go get. I would have been out of. Man, that law Nostradamus over here, man. That law be knowing it. Now they be talking, that's all. They didn't even try to lead me astray. And I know I got my set of people. If they come to me 2 or 3 weeks before, well, it's about 2 or 3 weeks now, but 2 or 3 days before the draft, and they say with the 24th pick they gonna do this, I'm gonna still hold it because I got integrity. There's some things that I know for sure. I got some integrity going on. But I'm sitting there like, damn, dog, you gonna say that to this? You say that to that? They already reported, man, Law, you should jump on it. Nah, man, I ain't trying to get, what's that dude said in Tupac, you made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Come on, man, I ain't finna do I love my team, man, you know. But, man, they will, like that information that Smooth is talking about, Micah, worn thin inside. There's people that said Micah is worn thin inside the organization. I would have kept that one. You know, I wouldn't even want to do my dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much stuff that I got on other guys that I don't even want to do them like that. It could change. I'm positive, Law. Let me quit talking. Let me quit talking. That's the angle. That's the angle of what we all saying. So when Trayvon Diggs say, well, who said it? That's the weird stuff. That creates turbulence or animosity within the locker room from your flagship station. For what? For a few views, a few clicks? So that's why we can call the radio station out and say, hey, man, that was a snake move right there, dog. Hey, man, you did all that for what? For views and ratings? Oh, man, come on, man. If you can't put a name to it and attach it to it, then you said it. That's just how you got to look at it, you know, because there was, look, look, I got some stuff that I can say about Zach Martin, but it didn't leave my mouth or my beard. And it could have crumbled a lot of things, and people could have been looking at Zach Martin like that. But I got the utmost respect for Zach Martin. I got the utmost respect for Zach Martin. Let me say again, I got the utmost respect for Zach Martin. It could really crumble some things over here. And that's Zach Martin, you know. But I ain't out here going out here saying on the radio, and they for damn sure didn't say it on the radio. Why they didn't say it on the radio? Oh, they respect Zach Martin, but they don't respect Parsons. You see what I'm saying? I digress. Yeah, I ain't putting the T in Zach Martin.
All I ask.
All right, man. Let's click over to one of our sponsors for this segue. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. And if it got bad odor, let's see if we can clean it up this time. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. And I personally, this is my routine. I use this body wash odor control. Yes, indeed, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it. I know y'all heard it that time, baby. Come on, baby. Ain't nothing can stop, but not to stop me, but the eclipse. Come on, come on.
I do it again. Add it up.
The phone line for your mind is 657-390-7391. Come on, baby. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Let me get this phone line jumping, you know. Yeah.
There are 2 participants in the conference.
Yeah, baby. Let me know if the audio is straight, though. I know sometimes when I kick it over. Ooh. 657-390-7391. The first person in here I have from the 414. Dale, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hello, Nation. So the last time I talked to you, that was like a month ago, right?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
But anyways, so did you see like the Packers and Cowboys game? So like in the playoffs last year, the Packers destroyed the Cowboys.
Oh,
man.
Wow. I didn't know, man. Yeah, man. I didn't know. What happened?
Because the Packers had like a high score, and then they destroyed the Cowboys, but I love the Cowboys, man. I love the Cowboys, and yeah. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? So what else you got, man?
Yeah,
I didn't know we got beat down by the Green Bay, man. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys? Come on.
How about them? Cowboys? Come on.
Hey, by any chance, I'm sorry I saw you like your video like on YouTube, and I'm watching it right now. But if you could, can you like please shout out my name and then like tell everybody to say hi, Dale?
Oh yes, Your Honor. Dale Ryan it's your full name. That's your full government name, huh? Yeah.
Because so let me tell you, I wish I could meet you in person, man.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man, Dale, we will have meet and greets, man. I will have my studio and everything going by the kickoff of the season. So, come on down, man. Appreciate you, Dale.
Let me tell you,
Talk to me.
Like in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, but
oh, you're Wisconsin.
I'm far away from you, but so I wish I could visit you.
Hey, well, hey, come on out, man. Come on to Oxnard, man. It'll be nice to see you out there, man, and we'll root for those Cowboys.
Go ahead, because so I can tell you, so I was born in Oxford, California, and then so I'm a part Packers fan and a part 49ers fan, and so I really love the Cowboys, and I watch your videos all the time, but yeah.
Oh, so you wasn't mad about the Green Bay game, you know? You was happy. You was torn in between the two, huh? But you was happy though. Yeah. Who's your favorite Green Bay Packer of all time?
Mine. So he went to the Jets. Last year he got traded to the Jets, but Randall Cobb.
Oh, Cobb's your guy. Okay, Cobb.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
he cool
he's
guy.
the best YouTuber ever in the whole wide world.
Oh man, I appreciate that, Dale. Man, sure, that hit me in my heart right there. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and one more time, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? Let's go! Woo! Yeah. That's Dale, man. That's my guy, man. 414, man. Dale. No Diddy. Yeah. I see y'all said no Diddy in the chat. Yeah. You put Dale in the chat, man. Make him proud of all of what we got to do. Corn on the cob, Randall Cobb. Put Dale in the chat, man. Put DR, man. That's his nickname. You DR. He the doctor, man. Dr. Dale, baby. Come on with it, man. The next person I got from the 270, you're live on the Nation. Let's go. One.
Hello?
Twice. Yeah. You're live. You're live. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. You're live, man. Like
hey,
95. Yeah, what's going on with you, man? Talk to me, man. Who I'm speaking with today?
You speaking with Ricky Scott. I live in Kentucky.
Ricky?
I live in Kentucky.
Oh, in Kentucky. Okay. Oh, Kentucky,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Shout out to the Kentucky, man, boys out there. yeah.
I've been listening to this show for 3 years.
Okay.
And, well, I got to say to you, I love the Cowboys. It's since I was 62 years old.
Okay.
And ever since I can remember what a football is, that's how long I've been a Cowboy.
Yeah. yeah.
And everybody, all your people talking about getting rid of quarterback, getting rid of this and that. Hey, like my grandmother said a long time ago, it ain't over to the fat lady thing.
Yes, indeed. It ain't over to that fat
Yeah,
lady sing. Yeah,
they need to back up and just sit back and watch what these coaches do this year.
Yeah.
This year is going to be a different year.
Yes, indeed. I've been saying that for over 28 years now, man. It's going to be a different year, man. And I think that we going to get it this year, though. I'm going to be right one of these years, Ricky. Me and you going to be right, man. You know, we going to be right.
Hey, if they don't get it right this year, you just bad change everything.
Yeah, man, me and you, Ricky. Yeah. Because we going to have this guy out here.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball!
We going to have Mike Sim, baby.
Too many missed tackles, let's go!
That's what the piece we've been missing.
Damn soft. I just hate mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Michael Parsons is going to be different by whole line.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be different this year.
It's going to be different, man. Ricky, when is your birthday, man?
February 9th.
Oh, man, that's why me and you cool, man. You Aquarius just like me. And February the 2nd is mine. So, yeah. I'm going to look. I think the Super Bowl should be right around that week, February the 9th. Maybe the Super Bowl is going to be right around February the 9th or the 12th. And we're going to be celebrating our team in the Super Bowl this year, Ricky. Come on with it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Ricky. I appreciate you, man. All the way from Kentucky, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Always.
Let me hear you say it then.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? Me and Ricky, man, it ain't talking about Lake. We gonna be at the Super Bowl, man. We gonna be there. We gonna be celebrating our birthday week, man, at the Super Bowl. See, all of the February babies, like February the 2nd through the 3rd or the 4th, to see before they changed up all of the rulings, the Super Bowl used to fall on our birthday, man. It used to fall on our birthday weekend. So and when we won those Super Bowls in the 90s, boy, it was during my birthday weekend, shoot. So I partied extra, and y'all know how I get down. Well, I was like 15, 16, so I was still young. I couldn't get down like I am now. But come on, man. You just never know how these things goes, man. Oh, football. You got us, the poet. What day well, we don't know, right? What day do the Super Bowl fall? 2025, huh? Dale, your birthday March the 1st. Okay. Elijah says birthday is February the 2nd. Is his daughter's birthday. Okay, appreciate, man. You're going to have some good daughters, man. Well, they already good daughters. Ken from the 323 UN. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law Nation?
Not much, man.
Hey, man, you know what? I don't even know how to follow up the past few calls you just had, man. The spirit was so high. I'm like, oh, it was beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It was good spirits, man, from Adele from Wisconsin and Ken, not Ken, but Ricky from Kentucky.
Kentucky,
oh,
yeah. Man, that was beautiful, bro. Mm-hmm. Hey, but I want to ask you something, man.
Talk to
me. I proposed this question to a few friends of mine. Being from LA, I watched the Clippers, not a Clipper fan, from afar.
Right.
And I want to know, do you believe Jerry Jones is doing the same thing? Donald Sterling, not the racial part, not racist, doing the same thing Donald Sterling was doing as far as just keeping the fans cultivated, excuse me, if I use the right word.
No, you good. Shoot, I mess over words all the time, man. Shoot.
But just keeping us interested, but not really trying to build a championship too.
I think that, that there comes a time when, success is subjective. And from his mindset, he's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. He is a Hall of Fame owner. He built the world's biggest workout facility for $3 billion. And he was the first to have the $3.5 billion playpen with the retractable roof. So, and then he got a helicopter, a helipad. He flies in to work, and he got a yacht, man, and he put his whole family on. So he looking at it like he's successful already. What else do he need to get in life?
But no, everything you just said was him.
Him, yeah.
Don't you think? Do you think more? Do you think he want more? When you say he wants to win, I guess that's what my question is.
I mean, at some point, he can say he wants to win, but he wants to win his way. The solutions is already there, and he already knows it deep down. In his heart of hearts, he know what it takes. He know that he have to step back. He know that he got to get his hands off of it. But it's like, biblically speaking, it's like Nebuchadnezzar, right? He looked out over the providence and said, these are the things I've done, right? And God struck him down and grew fangs and feathers and stuff growing all out of his hair and stuff. And that's where Jerry is at. He is the guy before he's saying, hey, these are the things I accomplished. These are the things that I've done, right? Look at me. Look at what I'm able to do. That's Jerry Jones at his whole entirety. I think that there's a video my guy Scott Walker got, and he's looking out over the balcony, and he said, my subjects. That's just Jerry. He got his mind already made that he's going to do it his way. The Frank Sinatra, he's going to do it his way. He still put salt on his McGriddle, even though the doctor's telling him, hey, you got to push back on the salt. And he's probably looking at them saying, who are you to tell me? I'm 82, 83 years of age. I'm older than you.
Hey, Law, you know what you just did for me?
What I do?
You just put my argument on air. I was yelling the same thing, but I just needed you to say it for me. I thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate you for listening, man. That's why I'm here at therapy session, man. It helped both of us out. I promise you, somebody told me, kid, they said, Law, man, why don't you just go on vacation? Why don't you just give up? And why don't you just stop and go live when everything is back good? And I said, man, I can't. This is what I do, man. This is like breathing air, man.
What you do.
This is what I do,
Hey, because that's why I'm looking forward to seeing you in Oxnard.
Okay.
When time comes, trust me, I'm still here for you, brother. Thank you, Law. I'm going to let somebody else ask some questions. Thank you.
Thank you, kid. That's my guy from the 323. Man, this therapy session for me, man. Look, there have been days when I have to roll out of the bed, bro. I got to pick myself up every day. I do. I lost the best woman that knows me best. So when you lose that, I got nobody to call and talk to at night. Shoot, I got nobody to give me advice and push me just a little bit. Shoot, I lost my rock. I can pray, but I don't get things back. So I'm going through some stuff sometimes, y'all. So I be sitting there like, man, I could be doing 1,000 other things. Matter of fact, Easter weekend, it broke me a little bit. I'm sitting here, I'm on the phone, I'm calling my mom, and I'm like, why she ain't picking the phone? Oh! If she'd have picked up the phone, I would probably lost it too. But that's just how life is. But life with life. So I get here, and I hear a few complaints here, I hear a few complaints there, and I be sitting there like, God, yeah. They complaining about this. Shoot. If they only knew what I was thinking about complaining about. So it's just a matter of life, man. Life be lifing, y'all. It is. I'm just being transparent with y'all. Some days I be feeling bad, man. Shoot, it be dark. It's dark outside right now. But I be having dark days, bro. Shoot. Hey, Lau, take a break and do what? What you want me to do? It's terrible, man. So, yes, indeed. So, I got me I turned my 2.0 page into straight positive podcast stuff. You know, I'm ripping stuff from Les Brown and squeezing it together and merging it. And I'm merging stuff from Paul Harvey and Eric Thomas. And I'm moving all of that stuff all together, man. And I just listen to that on repeat. But Charles in charge, man, from the 346, you in the mix. Talk to me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Law Nation, Charles in charge here. This is my new number I got in August. You program it because you have my other number program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just going to touch on, man, everything happening this all season. It looks real bleak, right? It looks like, you know, we're really not doing nothing. It looks really reminiscent to the 2022 all season when everybody said we were just getting worse, not getting better. You know what I mean?
Right. James Washington.
Yeah. That was our biggest. Him and Fowler were our biggest additions. Free agency, right? We trade Cooper for a 6 when we could have really got a second, maybe a first. That's the only thing I didn't like about that. We cut Lyle Collins. We let Seth Wilson walk. You know what I mean? Banking that 88 was going to be the 88 that we hoped that he would be, and actually he became. But you know, with a good draft, draft good. You know, last year's draft was one of the, you know, once every 5 years we don't hit on the first year. But if we have a good draft, which means we have like at least 4 guys that are instant impact players, you know what I'm saying? And then after the draft, we fill a few holes. We'll maybe say we get lucky and get a Calais Campbell for a 1-year deal. You know what I mean? To play. And get if we get a good scat back in the draft, you know, I say bring back Elliott, because a lot of people don't realize what he brought to this team in 2022, 2021. You know, Tony Pollard's average went down more than a yard, you know, without Zeke. You see, Zeke is 2 yards in the cloud of dust. That's fine. You know what I mean? Get inside the 5-yard line, we're going to score. You know? I mean, that was part of our red zone was last year, but this team will still be a contender this year. You know what I mean? We're gonna be a playoff team. Unless Philly, you know, unless the Eagles somehow flip the script, because I've never seen a team tank as bad as they did last season.
Down the stretch. That was crazy.
I would bet money that we repeat as division champs, and Dak's gonna come out with a chip on his shoulder, especially if we don't extend him before the season starts, and he's playing on the last year of his deal. He will have a chip on his shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you always go back to, and I'm not comparing the two quarterbacks, but my favorite quarterback in NFL history was the Sheriff, Peyton Manning, right? In his first 8 seasons, he had 3 playoff wins, right? 3 playoff wins in his first 8 seasons. Everybody said Peyton Manning couldn't do it. You know, he did get to one championship game in 2003, against New England. The next year in 2004, he goes to New England, loses 3-20. In 2005, they go 15-1, get the number 1 seed, and then drop in the second round versus Pittsburgh. After that, you know, it was Peyton can't do it in the playoff. Regular season, he's lights out, just like that. But in the postseason, he can't get it done. And then in 2006, the whole team came together. You know, it wasn't just Peyton. It was a defense in the playoffs. You know,
Dwight Freeney, Bob Sanders, all of those boys,
Where they had a game where they beat the Ravens 15-6, all field goals, and then they have a game where they have to beat the Patriots in a shootout comeback. You know what I mean? It was a full team effort, not just, you know, on the shoulders of one man. So it's been 28 years, I know, but anything can happen. And even though we've only signed Eric Kendricks, you know, as far as free agency, that shows up the linebacking core. After the draft, if we can grab a Gilmore, you know, I would prefer that for cornerback depth, you know, because last season, if we didn't have Jordan Lewis, we'd have been, you know, in bad shape in the cornerback room. It's not as bad as everybody's making it out to be. I just want to let everybody know that, guys.
No doubt, man.
This year, and if we hit a home run or 2 in the draft, you know, as far as a running back and a, you know, a hell of a good center, something like that, watch out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be on. And how about them Cowboys, all?
Appreciate you, Charles. That was a real good call from you, man. I can pull from that a lot. Call me crazy. I'm crazy. Oh, I'm crazy, y'all. But I'm not out on this last year draft like most. And here are my three guys that I hope in the possible. Three in the possible that can flip things over. Undrafted guys, of course, TJ and Brandon Aubrey. Good grief. You can't ask for a better crop of draft people to bring into the building. But my three in the possible is in no particular order for this last year's draft to really have people to say, hey, wasn't that bad, bro, is Overshown. Write that down, Overshown. Right? Junior Fihoko. Because you didn't really get a chance to see him, right? And we gonna have a different coaching. There will be no gatekeepers there. And I've seen his production in college, and I know we talking about college versus pros. He led his conference in tackles for loss. He got upfield. He's a bull in the china shop. I think that Greg Ellis and as well as Paul Gunter and Coach Jeff, he's gonna get that guy going. He's gonna play like lights on fire or hair on fires type of stuff. The third person is Awesome Richards. For what it is, there's no bad tape on him. There's no one that can point out or identify bad tape on him, whether it's Oxnard, training camp, basically preseason. You can't find bad tape on him. And my other possible guy is there's three of the possible. Y'all can call me optimistic, Law. Get mad at me all you want and say, well, Law, you just giving us so much optimism, blah, blah, blah. But don't cheer for those boys when they make plays, if that's the case. But my possible guy is Eric Scott Jr. I think that he still got ball skills. He's a 4-4 guy. He got range. He just lost a little confidence in that Seattle's game. I get it. That kid from Ohio State, he ain't no one to sneeze at. And we've seen how Seattle played. They played real gritty with their wide receivers, and he was thrown out there in the deep water and he drowned, right? So hopefully Mike McCarthy, Mike Zim and the rest of the team can get these guys going, right? Somebody pulling out the butter knife. Chris says Hunter Luepke, his guy. Yeah. I'm just going to give these guys a little grace, Izzy is better than Eric. Yeah, I would like to see that battle of Izzy and Eric. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel, So he said, I'm sure gatekeeping Law, the Joneses are still over Zim as well. But I think that, when I say gatekeeping due to the fact that Dan Quinn, when he said he made his comeback for last year, he said he came back for his people, right? So he came back only for his people. He didn't come back for the entirety of the team, and that's why we've seen some favoritism going on. That's why we've seen some guys that, hey, all of a sudden you start getting rid of people. They just started getting rid of folks, man. It started off with the linebacker. They got rid of the linebackers. Then they start getting rid of the interior defensive guys. All of these guys, I got footages, man. I got over 100,000 views on Big Bo Hanna. Big Bo, you got rid of Big Bo for what? He's over there in Detroit land as a rotational piece balling, right? You got rid of John Ridgeway to a degree, I understood. But for what? For what you get rid of John Ridgeway? Oh, my goodness. To keep, I think at the time, it was either out of Navell Gallimore or Tristan Hill. And I think they kept Tristan Hill. And then later on down the line, they went and cut Tristan Hill. And that was to 2022. But it just goes to show you that you're supposed to at least water your own flowers, right? We talk about draft and development. So there's this process called development. You can't get rid of the guys that you're supposed to develop. We were high on the LSU linebacker, Jabril Cox. The only thing that we didn't like about the man's name was Cox, because we already had a Cox here before, and it messed up everything. Pause if necessary. So, I mean, then they get rid of Devin Harper, who was for sure, good special teams guy, and can go hook the sideline. But they didn't give him enough chances, man. And I like Marquise Bell. But it's a problem when I'm bigger than, well, I ain't bigger than him, but, we the same size. It's a problem, It's a problem all together, man. But hopefully, man, we'll see Marquise Bell running some hills and eating his hoodles and noodles and maybe a spread of peanut butter, and we will see that he can get a little bit bigger. But now we got this new regime. They might just keep him at safety and not play him at linebacker. So that's a whole year of waste. Draft and develop, God dog. All right, I got my next caller from the 206, and then we had the 304. Hang tight. So from the 206, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How y'all doing, family?
All is well.
Passover.
Happy Passover.
That's why I'm not working. I'm not working today. It ends at,
you saw what Kyrie been doing this whole time frame. Shoo.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving is a Muslim. He's not a Muslim, but
man,
he was just foolishness. He ain't no Muslim. I say, man, your dad always. One of my friends said, I'm a Muslim. I say, is your daddy Muslim? Is he Arab? No, my daddy black. You a fool. Your dad is an Arab. Your dad is an Israelite.
It's Israelite. That's what it is. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Dummy.
Nah, well, hey, they'll beat them up. So what you got for the Cowboys then? Leave Kyrie alone. Kyrie's a bad brother. He's a bad brother though.
I like when everybody came on here.
Okay.
Y'all, buddy, Law, you killed it. Everybody that came on here before you, you just, man, you put the ice cream with the banana. You killed it, bro. Y'all just killed it, bro. You just said what I've been talking about. For Yoko get to play DN like we saw him, he's going to destroy. Number 99 go back to DN like we saw. What do y'all say? Hey, it's going to be a lot of D tackles get cut. We're going to draft a lot of D tackles, y'all. And the linebacker room going to be cold-blooded. We got the safeties, the corners, and there's so many halfbacks. Oh, my God. It's like 1,000 halfbacks. Don't listen to the Kyle Hart.
No. I heard what he said. I absolutely watched that episode when he said it's thin at running back. Now, I think that there's no identifiable running back that you would draft in the first round, nor you can argue that there is identifiable running back that you can draft in the second round. I think that you can start healthy in the third round all the way back. So what he meant to say. What he meant to say with running backs is it's thin, but it's deep. This is a thin but deep. This is a thin but deep running back class,
He won a first round pick. That's what you saying. But I'm going to tell y'all something. It's going to be a lot of halfbacks that's going to destroy. This halfback crew is going to destroy all the halfbacks that's playing for the teams now, y'all. It's only one halfback. McCarthy from the 49ers, and probably your boy from Philly, but it's going to be halfback that's dangerous that's going to get on one of these teams that's going to rush about 1,500 yards. What's going to tell you?
Oh yeah, I think that you got this particular running back class that is going to be a sleeper. That's just going to be really somebody going to be like, damn, you got him in the 5th or the 6th round. That dude is cooking. Right.
And it's going to be a receiver like that. There's so many receivers, too, that y'all don't even know about. The Alabama receiver ain't nobody talking about. Number 3.
Oh, you like him. You like his skill set. Okay.
Yeah. There's Alabama, Georgia. Man, there's so many receivers out there, y'all. The key for the Cowboys is like y'all say. Look what you just said, Law. Our guards, them dummies ain't drafted number 66. Number 66 supposed to have been drafted in the 3rd round, y'all.
You talking about TJ Bass?
Thank you, Philly. Thank you to Giants for not drafting them boys. Thank you. Thank y'all. And they're going to do it again, Law. We finna get some big boys in there that's going to come in, get to compete. And then while y'all ain't heard McCarthy and he picked the right defensive coordinator, and the coach they're in that lab getting their stuff. It's a 1-year contract. That's cool. That's why McCarthy ain't tripping, because he know he's gonna get picked up. To keep him McCarthy, like I say, we always say, the Boston coach that we got is gonna help him better
Steve
scheme.
Simcoe.
He got to do the better scheme.
No doubt,
You know what I'm
MJ. But in closing, though, because I wanted to say this, though. O-line and defensive tackle, it's slim but thick. It's a slim, thick type of situation. Whereas if you can't play around after the second round, in my opinion. Now, we are blessed with a situation. Trevondre Sweat, and I'm not saying that we got to pounce on this opportunity with his DUI or what have you, but man, he would have failed. I think he's going to fall to the 4th round. The problem is we don't have a 4th round. We don't have a 4th round draft pick. so
gonna get one.
But we just need to create one. Yeah.
If that center or that favorite tackle come, and then we might have to take it. That's the only reason. But if we go back, that means we're gonna get it. But in closing, we got a chance now. We're gonna pick, and we pay the most. Okay, like you say, y'all. I know y'all hate it. We pay for the best people that don't get drafted that everybody try to go for. That should have been drafted in the 3rd or 4th round. We'll pay for them. That's when Cowboys spend $100,000 to $200,000. That's when he spend, y'all. I know y'all mad at him. That's when he spend. But like I say, if they win, and all them teams spend that money for all them teams, all them players is gonna be pissed off, and they praying that we lose everybody. If the Cowboys come back with a 12-5, 13-4 record and make it all the way, and Cowboy did his way, I feel sorry for the next free agency. They not gonna get paid like they supposed to.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man.
And let's go, Law Nation. Let's go.
Let's go, man. It's MJ, man. I want to say somebody said that we definitely got the hit on the second round this year, and that, my friend, you 1,000,000% right. And someone said get Sweat in the 3rd. That's just too rich for me. It's too rich for me to get Sweat in the 3rd. Although I think that he should be drafted somewhere in the late 2nd, 3rd. But by him having that, hey, man, DUIs, it happened to most men. A third of y'all right now been blessed that the police just didn't get behind you or what have you, right? So let's not act like we all high and mighty and he never had a few drinks and tossed a few back or what have you. And I'm not trying to be this man defense attorney, but sometimes things happen awkwardly, and then you get that DUI or DWI, and it could very much so be thrown out. It could be some technicalities that the machine was had wrong calibrations to it, right? Or the checkpoint wasn't registered. So there's so many things that you can throw out, from a DWI or DUI. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying give everybody grace and mercy, because I know mad mothers against drivers right now mad at me for saying this, but give that man a little grace and mercy. 20, 21, he's young, so he's going to make foolish mistakes. I'm in my 40s. I make foolish mistakes all the time. So I'm asking God every time, give me a little grace and mercy, So I got my guy. What I'm about to say is, before I let my guy A. Lou in, is this right here. That 3rd round, I got it circled. For a running back. I need for us to double dip at running back in this draft. Go get you a running back in the 3rd, and then somehow, get you another running back in the later round, 6th or 7th. I think we got one of those picks. But those first 2 picks, we must hit with those slim, thick options that we've been talking about. Hey, Lou, from the 304, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's good with you, Law?
Hey, all is well, bro. Can't complain.
For sure. Hey, so that slim thick is actually a good assessment. I'm not going to hold you on that one. That's a good assessment.
Yeah.
Double dipping is what's needed, man. I'm telling you, what needs to happen is what I see happening too. They'll go in the 3rd. They'll probably they start to they'll get a little itch, right? And they'll get nervous.
Right.
And they'll go running back in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go running back in the second round
No.
because the Joneses. No, this is what happens.
Oh, okay.
You're absolutely right. Third round, honestly, third or fifth is what you need to do is get your running back.
Right.
But what they'll do is they'll get too anxious because they start getting a little bag instead of sticking to their board, and they're overdraft. And they're in love with this boy from Texas, and they're in love with Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin. He keeps on popping up on all these lists. So they'll go with one of them early. I think Braylon Allen, you can get him in the third round. Maybe even the fifth round.
We don't have a fourth round pick, but I've seen a multitudes of mocks that he's there in fourth. He don't get beyond that,
Yeah, exactly. I think that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to have to make moves. They're going to have to make moves, and the best move that they can make is trading back in the first round to get those other draft picks.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, and now you got to to make sure that now you got to put your fifth round pick and the sixth round pick and the seventh round pick on the field to make it make sense.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, we don't hit on. We don't. How much last time we hit on the sixth?
Let me read this one out. This is from Jay Tuck the other day, and I'm thinking that this is a very much so a perfect draft. And even though it's us trading back and getting Jordan Morgan, in the 32nd pick, and then we getting Keon Coleman in the second round, and then you getting a Jeremiah Trotter. I love the bloodline thing, and then you getting your Dwayne Carter, and then on top of that, you getting Braylon Allen. All of those picks, and I'm not even going on a little deeper. All of those picks, I'm parading, I'm jumping around, I'm popping champagne bottles because I can literally make a case for all of those individual picks, believe it or not.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I like that draft, but my whole thing is this: if you have Keenan Cole.
Keon Coleman. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have him staring at you in the second round, I'm sorry, I can't take him. I can't take him. I think he's a one-trick pony. In today's NFL, he's an X only. You need to be able to move around and play in the slot, getting out of the slot. Just do a lot. I think Jerry Rice's son would be a good pick, and then Xavier Legette out of South Carolina.
Xavier. Let me say this though, Lou, not to cut you off though, but let me just defend it just to this degree. All right, we got Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb that's going to live in that area where you can move them around anywhere inside the slot. On top of that, Kevontae Turpin. So you got a lot of guys that plays inside. We absolutely have a Jalen Tolbert who's to me, I don't want to use the big game James verbiage of soft, but to me, he get rattled a little bit and he gets off of his route. I think that you need that bigger body on the outside. That's why we was all banging on the table for a Martavius Bryant to come in to give us something, right? To a degree, Gallup, he was a physical wide receiver on the outside, but he didn't trust his feet work due to that injury. And we saw that he had a lot of concentration drops. So I think that we need a bigger body, a bigger target guy. But, yeah, if you put an Xavier Leggett over Keon Coleman, I can't hold you on that. I ain't going to hold you on that. Because I like both of their skill sets.
And yes, you're correct. What my man Ray say, SOF capital T, soft.
Soft.
That's what he is, right? Yeah, 100%. But that's the thing, though. You're saying Brandon Cooks, and then you're saying Kevon Turpin. We already know Brandon Cooks. He's not coming back after this year. He's only staying on this year because they traded for him, so they try to make it make sense, right? They're trying to make it sound like they, they're trying to be right. And in all actuality, they should have cut his ass too. Because he just doesn't. He's too small, and he's too small, and he's lost a step, and you can tell. So for him to be that number two that you need him to be, you saw it in the playoff game. That number two that you needed him to be.
He didn't fight through that. He didn't fight through that.
Yeah. So it's like he's just there because they don't want to say that they were wrong. That's one of the reasons why they didn't bring back Stephon Gilmore. And I don't think they will. I honestly think you need to go ahead and let that ship sail and play Izzy. Izzy can play safety. Izzy can play corner. And for whatever reason, him and Dan Quinn got into it. And next thing you know, you never saw him on the field again.
Never.
And in all actuality, he needs to be that third corner or that outside corner, the big corner that can play, your bigger receivers and let Trayvon Diggs deal with everything else. Or he can actually play in the slot. You saw he locked up Debo.
Yeah.
He locked up Debo in the playoffs. And what's my man out of the Tampa when we beat Tom Brady that year?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the main reason we won that game because Tom Brady wanted to go. He even in Tampa, he played inside out, meaning tight end, slot, running back, tight end, slot, then outside receiver. And when we had the running back and the slot locked up, it was over for him. He couldn't move the way he wanted to when he was throwing the ball because the outside corners were playing a pretty good defense that year.
Well, I'm also looking at multiple choices, right? Like when you take a test, you always want tests to have multiple choices or multiple answers to the test that helps you absolutely win and get a better grade, right? So let me say this, Cooper DeJean. We know that there's a new kickoff rule. There's a new way that you got to kick off things, right? And we know that he is fantastic on kickoff and punt returns and things like that. He's athletic. You can bring him into the building, and you will ultimately don't have to rush as much on Trayvon Diggs. We know that my guy Bland can play on the outside end and on the inside. But this will ultimately give you that spot and that space there to have a 4-4 corner who can really cover and crazy athletic. And now you can draft him and don't have to worry about your secondary and just break the pool stick in the middle of the field and say, hey, all of y'all other DBs, y'all fight for that spot. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think we'll go first round on defensive back. I don't think Jerry and them value that enough. To say we're going to get a first-round corner, they still feel in their mind that they can't do that because of Claiborne.
Claiborne. They get hurt. They hurt. They don't heal like Wolverine. They hurt. They hurt for a long time.
The thing is that the problem is they want to be, and it's cliche at this point, right? They want to be smarter than everybody else. When in all actuality, they are not football people. They are brand people. They are not football people. No, they have not won anything because they took all of their football people away and they think they can run it themselves. Until you get a football GM or you allow Will McClay to run the show. Give him the title. Because he might be running the show right now, but they don't want to give him the title so it doesn't make it look like he did this. When in all actuality, he's going out there, he's a part of the scouting department, he's finding these players. But until you decide to say, here, take this, do this, and because you had that with Jimmy, and Jimmy was doing it, and his reason why he wanted all the credit is because he was finding the players. He knew the players coming out of college because he coached them or coached against them. Yeah. So he knew who he was. He knew this whole draft and build is not their thought process. This is all from Jimmy. Like that's the problem. They have not figured out that they do not. That this is not their thing. Is brand ambassador. Their thing is revenue. That's it. Bringing eyes to the Dallas. That's their thing.
No doubt.
Now,
hey, Lou. No doubt, man.
That's where they need to stay.
You own it. You own it, man. I was just trying to throw some things out there to see what can stick as far as a philosophy, principle aspect of it. But I appreciate you for calling in, bro, man. I really thank you, man.
Not a problem.
Yes, indeed. That's a good call from A. Lou from the 304, man. I mean, this is a marketing team. We will market the hell out of some stuff, right? We will. Stopping the run is the key. I think that, and I've seen a lot of people say, hey, we're forgetting about stopping the run. Well, the slim, thick option will be offensive lineman and defensive tackle in the first and the second round. Outside of that, Will McClay got to roll his sleeves up, and then we drafting traits. We drafting. We're gonna look at numbers and say, well, they didn't really have this and they didn't really have that. But we ultimately, yes, you guys are right. We need a defensive tackle. That's an area of need. That's why I said if Sweat drops enough, and I talked to my guy Foots in the group chat, him, Vach, and a lot of Sky, and we all in this nice little group chat. And he was like, yeah, I'm really high on Byron Murphy because Byron Murphy numbers jump out. Sweat kind of dissipates and disappears at times. He's not really high on him. Well, how you think Byron Murphy is getting there? You know, he's getting there because of Sweat. You know, you got to pick your problems, pick your choices. You know, the defensive tackle, the big boy down inside. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to get those good gaudy numbers, but the person next to him, they going to eat. So that's how that goes with even within the confines of the philosophy of getting the big guy. I think that Mozzie, we thought that we were getting somebody big, 340, 350 guy, but he ended up being, he closer to 250 than he is 350. So that's not good, y'all. And he's our biggest interior guy. Carl Davis, he played with his pad level so high that he really don't count as a big guy. But I got my guy, we're going to lock him up.
The conference has been locked.
We're going to get No Clone, Tyrone, and then I got Tony next. But No Clone, Tyrone, you're live from the 202. What's new?
What's going on, Law? How your day going?
Well, man, it's going well, bro. I can't complain.
Man, that's good to hear. Man, I had a thought about the last past, 8 years, or 5, was it 8 or 6 years or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Last past 8 years or 6 or whatever, how many years, the Cowboys has taken more pieces away and put, like, they was on the path to building, and it started when they got Amari Cooper. Like when they got Amari Cooper from the Oakland Raiders, they was on the path of rebuilding. Like they had Amari Cooper, they drafted CeeDee Lamb, and the team was starting to look like a team. But then for some odd reason, they just got rid. Once they got rid of Amari Cooper, things just went downhill from there. And it was just a complete decline. It's like ever since they shot themselves in the foot. And it's like Jerry Jones don't want to admit that, damn, I got rid of Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
But you got rid of one of the most important pieces that was going to take us all that, to the next level. And it's just like what the recent caller just said about letting the GM do his job. Like, I'm pretty sure if we gave Will McClay the keys to the car, he ain't gonna crash it. He's gonna bring in important pieces. Like he would have got a Bobby Wagner. And I'm sorry to keep saying this every time I get on the phone with you, Lord, but I just like, damn, like I know the way Will McClay thinking, he thinking like half of the Cowboys fans basically thinking. We need players, we need bodies, we need big boys, we need somebody that's gonna do this and make us go to the next level. But it's just like these past years they just been declining, and ever since they shot themselves in the foot.
I think they got over emotional about Amari Cooper deal, and remember Amari Cooper also spoke out against those stop routes and those option routes, and they wanted to cut that fire out before, because Amari Cooper was really pissed off after that loss to the 49ers, right? And of course, no, you're right. He was really pissed off, and then it was a compound of him not taking the shot or what have you, and going out to the Mavs game, and he wasn't the only person on that team that didn't take the shot. It was just the ideology, and then him ultimately getting the C19 that year. Prior, I think it was that year prior to, and then it was just a lot of stuff that kept compounding upon it, and I think that they got fed up with him on the way he moved into. He spoke out a lot. Think about this. Amari Cooper kept Parsons focused. He was big brother. He was like, hey, Parsons, look, we're going to have to change up your diet. Hey, Parsons, hey, this is what I box with, on the weekends. His name is Tony Mack, right? And he can help this out with you. Hey, Parsons, I'm not going to let you beat me in his chest, and he was that big brother to him. And they would hang out and they'd do a whole bunch of things that not really talked about. So it was Amari Cooper that was that bridge to help Parsons, right? It was Amari Cooper also that bridge to help CD Lamb out. And the problem is with this fan base is that what they tend to do is they put their wedge and they say, well, Lamb is better than Cooper, right? Or Cooper better than Lamb.
And no other fan base does that.
Yeah. We the only ones that do that. Right. There's not a lot of people say Ayuk, man, he get busy more than Debo, or Debo's better than Ayuk. Both of those boys hold their own. And even to a degree, the Eagles. You don't have the AJs versus my guy. Smitty over there. So in Cowboys land, you can only be one, or it can only be one. We can't have good things. There's always versus, and that's the problem that I'm seeing from this fan base, because it's been wedged and it's been brought upon, even with the 3-letter, 4-letter network, as well as within the insides of the Jones administration, and then they will overvalue their product there.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And this is my last thing, because I don't want to hold up the line. But I feel like if Jerry Jones take a step back, but he's never going to do it, but I feel like you need to have a self-talk. Like, you need to talk to yourself, like, and ask yourself, like, are you really making the right move? Because going into this draft, you don't make the right moves in this draft. The whole fan base got to rise up against Jerry, because Jerry ain't the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm going to? He ain't the Cowboys. Okay? He's a part of the Cowboys, but he's not the Cowboys.
Yeah. The hardest thing is, bro, and I know you're about to go, is to have a team that's winning to revolt. If we were like 5-12, I can see it tangibly that people will boycott, people will stop going to games. But it's the regular season is so long, and you win so many freaking games, and we dominate so many games too. Mm-hmm. It's just, I think that what really burned the Cowboys were the fact that it was Green Bay for one, for the old school, even new school fellas. We can't stand Green Bay. And then for two, it was a freaking home game. We just sat there and watched this entirety of the team win 16 games in a row, bro, at the crib. I'm talking about literally dominating. For the Cowboys to lay that stinker, it's just like, damn, all of a sudden we don't know how to play football anymore. Let's burn this whole thing down to the ground. And those who feel that way, they have every right, because they feel like, man, it's the quarterback. Man, it's the coaching. It's Micah Parsons. Those are problems, man. It's CD Lamb. He's allowing somebody to push him in his back, right? So these are hard things to overcome, bro.
Damn, that little part right there pissed me off when I seen him get pushed. He didn't say anything. I was like, no
way.
Why you ain't? Like, you supposed to get an ejection or at least scream at the man, like something. Like, he ain't swing back or nothing. It's just.
The whole entire team looked MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they at least. I'm thinking that if they were if the final score was 31-30, right? And when we lost, then we would have probably rallied behind that and said, well, damn, hey, the Green Bay got us. We've still been pissed off, but it's just the ideology that we got blown out, bro, at our crib when we won 16 games in a row at the crib. Like people literally, I got some people that I talked to that they took a whole week off to prepare themselves. They was talking all Donkey Kong stuff to fly in and pay thousands upon thousands of dollars in suites to get to that playoff game. For us to lose the way we lost, man, it just hurts, man. It's a way whereas it's a hard to come back from, because you got to wait all this year and get back to the playoffs to see whether or not something changed. That's hard, bro. It's hard.
It is.
Yeah, so it's hard to come back from that, man. So hopefully, man, hopefully we can go into the playoff next year and beat the brakes off somebody at the crib, because we going to play good. There's no doubt about that. We're going to play good. We're going to get back to the playoffs.
We got to do something better, because at this time it's just like you can't blame the quarterback, you can't blame this person. It's the head of the seat, the one that controls this, and he controls paychecks. That's the person that's pretty much inside out messing this team up with 105.3 to fan.
Right.
They talking about the players like no other fan base does this but our fan base, and it's just like until we get better with that, we ain't gonna never see it. And I hate to say it, but until we get camaraderie within ourselves, we ain't gonna never see it.
Yes, indeed, man. And that's the hardest thing too, is the skeptics and the people who say, well, it's never gonna happen. And then your whole entire flagship station is not the one that will defend and fight, right? So and I'm not saying that they should change their tune. I heard somebody say, well, hey, can we just clean them out? You know what I'm saying? Because positivity is positivity. But I think that they don't have the balanced approach and then they cave a little bit because they talk all this stuff. And I'll sit back and I'll eat my words if it's ever a situation that they will. But they talk all of this stuff. But around Oxnard time come around and that same player sit down beside them, are you then going to keep that same energy? Would you then say this and that, or would you fold like a wallet or a lawn chair? Are you continuing, to keep that same energy when you're sitting across from Parsons, right? Or when you're sitting across from CD, will you keep that same energy? And we ain't talking about, hey, what's your favorite ice cream or favorite shopping stuff that you like to shop at? No, I'm just saying, will they keep that? And I don't think they will.
Nah, I don't believe it either.
No doubt, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, Chief.
No problem, man. DC for life. Not for sure.
Yes, indeed. DC for life, not for sure. And I'm not beating them boys up, but when it's time for you to really sit down across from that player, would you try to pillow soften it in and then try? No, keep the same energy, and that's just what I'm saying. And I'm not taking away from them, because I think that they do a great job of basically getting a chance they don't have to beg for interviews. They don't have to jump into nobody inboxes or DMs and saying, hey, come on down to the show, right? They can literally put a request with a pigeon, and they'll bring it back to them and say, okay, all right, tomorrow we will have Zach Martin on the show. Or tomorrow we will have God Dogged Me, CD Lamb on the show, right? But it is what it is. CD Ball Hogging makes it more difficult. This is from Site 10. Appreciate you. All right, we got Auntie, and then we have Tony. But Tony, I'm gonna let the lady go first, man. I know I said that you were gonna go in, man, but let me let the lady get in first, man. From the 910, you in.
How you doing, nephew?
Oh man, all is well. Can't complain.
Well, I have a lot of complaints.
Okay, bring them to me.
Yeah.
Bring them to me. Yeah.
Okay, class is in session. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, this all goes back to Jerry. First of all, that's why pride is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Okay.
This whole situation that's going on is going on because Jerry and Steven never got over losing their contract. Look at the whole Dak Prescott contract. He had them by the cojones. They didn't have a choice. But all of you people that's sitting up here talking all this trash about Dak Prescott, watch what you ask for, because when you get it, you're not going to like the result. I'm telling you, I was there for the lean years. Okay?
Okay, all right.
We searched for a quarterback trying to replace Troy Aikman. So all you people, no, Dak Prescott is not perfect, but you don't want the alternative. So all these people, get rid of him. He's a bum. Okay, watch what you ask for. But we are going through this because Jerry and Steven, again, even if Dak Prescott gave a hometown discount, those boys aren't going to go out here and spend that money. They may spend it on some more on some Comstock, okay?
Yeah, they did do that.
I
Yeah.
don't thank you for it. I don't. Get all you can get because they don't care anything about you. And I looked at nephew. I looked at that interview you did with Computer Man. He spoke volume. I love when he talks. I even watch him on Hanging with the Bull. He tells it like it is.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, Jerry and Steven will never admit. They never got over it. That's why if we don't sign Dak Prescott, now they sitting up here, oh, well, the salary. That's your fault because you didn't know what you were doing from the start, from the get-go. You could have had Dak Prescott for $28 million. But no, you're a billionaire. You're so intelligent. You know everything. You screwed that up. You screwed up the Amari Cooper because he would take all these missteps. And I'm just a nephew. I'm in a different frame of mind because I've lost my auntie, my last living aunt, who was a big-time Cowboy fan. And I'm like, why the heck am I going to spend all my time and energy supporting a team that treats us like crap? So I decided I'm still going to come to your channel. I'm still going to go to Mark Holmes' channel. But I'm not wasting my time sitting here watching this team, and the owners don't give a care about us. They don't, the way they treat us, and we can't harm them because they're billionaires, so they have their money. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm still
right.
going to come and support you and the Mark Holmes.
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
because
Yeah. We not billionaires yet. You know, we gonna eventually get there one way or another.
yes, sir. But you understand what I'm saying, nephew?
Yeah.
They never got over that, and that is what is driving. I've been thinking about this long and hard, and it just angers me because I told you I'm losing family members frequently, big time Cowboy fans, and I wanted them to see another Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl. So what they doing this year doesn't make any sense. We only need a couple of players. We're close. And look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is sabotage.
All I can say is, Auntie, is that I heard, you know what I'm saying, that Tom Landry got him a team up there in the heavens. And they winning. He got the Cowboys in the heaven. The Cowboys Heaven League. Oh my goodness. So your auntie, she enjoying that moment right there. We just need some helping hands down here. So hopefully she can, have some things to be touched by an angel here to help us out down the way. But she's enjoying her time up there. Yes, I heard there was a word that came in my mind and it hit me, and I think it was an angel saying that that it was that,
I'm just disgusted. I appreciate that now. I'm just disgusted, and the way I see they're trying to do these football games, if they send it where it's going to be pay-per-view like they did boxing, it's a wrap. I'm not paying to watch. I'll come here, and I'm still going to be here on your channel, and I'll just, as you tell the score and give the highlight, that's where I'll get my football info. I'm not paying. No way.
No
not
doubt, Auntie. I appreciate you so much. And
yes, sir.
condolences.
I appreciate you too. Keep up the good work, nephew. And don't let them up. You stay on there. You keep your foot on their necks because you're telling the truth, just like Computer Man's telling the truth about them. And don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing.
No doubt. I appreciate you. Good call from Auntie.
Sir.
Last but not least of the hour is my guy Tony. But before we let Tony and them get on, I just want to reiterate our Prize Picks, man. Salute to them for being good people with us, and you guys can do the same. Download Prize Pick, use Promo code LAW. 100% of your deposit will be matched up to $100. All right, so I had 2 selections. Absolutely. They even do a just cost right here. I had 2 picks, Klay Thompson, LeBron James. By him not playing the other night, they refunded me the $150. And I'm glad they did, because Klay Thompson went off the other night. He had 6 threes. I had him down for less than 4, which he had to only drain less than 5, I guess. And he drained 6 of them. 6 of them. I said, God, dog, Klay Thompson. Hey, he's pretty phenomenal. And then the other pick selection entries I had is Zach and you, Darvish. However you say that man's name. We came out with 150, because we hit less right here. If he would have hit 2.5, we'd have hit the full $300, but we broke even with that and came out with 150. So you guys can do the same with Prize Picks. Just download Prize Picks, use promo code LAW, and then you can become an ambassador for yourself as well, because for everyone that you refer, you get 25 for your live, 25, and then on top of that, like I said, when you download Prize Picks, man, they have all type of specials and everything else. But last but not least, man, I got from the 832. You're live on the nation. Tony, talk to me, man.
What's up, Law Boss? How you doing, brother?
Hey, all is well, bro. I can't complain.
Good, man. She stole my thunder, man. I was just going to talk about Dak. And all these people talking this crap about Dak not getting a contract, Dak not doing this. If you take Brock Purdy and you put his ass on the Cowboys right now, they're going to be saying he's just like that.
Oh, yeah.
If you take the quarterback from the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, and put him on this team right now, he ain't going to be shit neither. And the reason why I say that is because the Joneses can't make up their mind what they want to do, bro. You are not going to get – this guy is a star. He is an absolute star. Look at this. Came second in MVP voting. Who does that? You can't make this shit up, man.
You can't, bro. The only difference is between Josh and maybe Purdy is that Purdy, on this team, he get those turnovers because you don't have run game, you don't have it blocked up front. He will give you those turnovers, but it'd be the fact that it won't be 8 years, right? And then to a degree with Josh Allen, you may get a little bit more running. He'll run the ball a little bit more, but if he led the league in turnovers these last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be magnified here. Yeah. It'll be magnified, those turnovers. Yeah.
But look at this. Look at this. San Francisco's spending money.
Oh, San Fran, yeah.
They don't care about no salary cap. They doing trades. They doing everything that they possibly can to get back to that Super Bowl. We just dragging the feet, man. Dragging the feet. You let everybody go. Now, on the flip side of that, we're gonna beat the hell out of Washington. Dan Quinn ain't shit.
Okay.
We're gonna beat the hell out of them twice. We're going to beat the Eagles, and we're going to beat the Giants. I think we're going to settle with 11-6 and make the playoffs. But I don't know what we're going to do when we get there. You understand what I'm saying? Because
right.
I'm going to ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Are the Joneses broke, or do they just have assets?
Me, I never touched the amount of money that they have, and I hear the Coach Marv story, I think that they still have money hidden somewhere. I don't think that they are flat out broke. I just don't think. You just.
I'm not saying flat out. I'm just saying they're worth. Okay, there's a lot of rich people that's worth billions of dollars, but don't have that much cash on hand. You see what I'm saying? And you letting everybody go. You could have kept Hankins for what, an extra $600,000? Be for real, man.
Yeah, but they sunk $100 million in Comstock, and Jerry himself, when it had a freeze over here in Dallas year before last, he raised the rates, I think it's to 3.4 or 3.5 or something like that, and came off with another, I think, $300 million revenue hit. So maybe they have a gambling issue I don't know of, or maybe they got old debt that they got to pay off. Somebody, look, what I learned in life, it don't matter how much money you make, you still owe somebody, right? Somebody still your boss.
You owe somebody.
Yeah, you still got
their money. You owe somebody. You understand what I'm saying? For me, man, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
But the shit that they're doing, it's not good for the fans. Now, they're going to bring Zeke back because your boy that played cornerback that was playing 21, them shirts wasn't selling. Wasn't nobody buying them shirts, bro.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to have to make money. We bring Zeke back, them shirts going to fly off the shelf.
Hey, they fly. Yeah.
And if he does come back, I think that'll be good for us. We ain't got to play him every down. You play him when we get to the red zone. I guarantee you 98.9% he'll make a touchdown. You know, and the guy right now, he's a good running back. He's a good running back. But what you need a offensive lineman, man. You need a tough offensive lineman to take over on that tackle side to protect that blind side. And you need a good running game. If you don't have that, you can't throw the ball over the field. Because you know why? They say, shit, we're going to turn them into one. We're going to turn them into one.
Well, this is how I look at it from this aspect of it. Drafting someone you just never know, whether or not because it's the unknown regardless, right? I know for sure I got 4 identifiable tough guys. Tyler Smith, he's a tough guy. T.J. Bass, he's tough. Brock Hoffman, he's a tough guy. Zach Martin, he's a gritty, tough guy. And Terrence Steele, when healthy, he's a pancake supreme guy. He's going to pancake you. He's going to follow you and chase you and get really nasty with you. So it took him a minute to get back to that form, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, his first 5 or 6 games, he wasn't showing me that finish. You know, when you lay all over somebody and refuse to get up and get up slowly, we didn't see that until the latter part of the season. So I know for sure we got 4 tough guys. I'm just got to figure out who's going to be our 5th guy that's going to be tough. And if they try to get it out of the draft, they just got to hit right. If not, I need to see Awesome Richards. I think that he's still a finesse guy, but he looked pretty good off when he was playing. Chuma Edoga, there's not a tough spot on his body, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm just looking at it like that. And who are we? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think that boy Bass can play center. He is good. He is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can play, you know. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to figure out where the money is, man, because everybody else spending money, and we're the only ones not spending no money. You know what I mean? And it costs you an arm and leg to get into that stadium. And hell, for one beer, damn near $20, bro. So I know they making paper. You know, I just don't know where it's going, bro.
Me neither, man. And hey, I know bills can creep up on you and property taxes. Somebody asking me, I think Sighton Troop, saying is the stadium paid off on? Well, the thing is, the Jones family is so crafty enough is that they don't have to pay off the stadium. They get the city of Arlington to do that in the state of Texas. Yeah. So that's craft. I wish I could get the city of Dallas to pay for my home. You know what I'm saying? I'm operating out of a business. You know, come on with it, man. Appreciate you, man.
That's my top priority. You get rid of that for me, boy. That's money in my hand every year.
Yeah.
Every month. Every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You enjoy yourself. Take care.
No doubt, man. It's a good call from Tony, man. Montana, you know. Yeah. You know who look alike? Rod Wave and Chuma Edoga, same person. If y'all say that Law Nation is and James Harden, but Rod Wave and Chuma Edoga, same person. Let me see if I can create this side by side look right quick. Look. Hold on. My face. I'm gonna go right here. Y'all bear with me. You know, I'm gonna create this little slide right quick. Hold on, cause I know y'all seen pictures of Rod Wave. I said, man, he got arrested. I said, dang, they got Chuma Edoga, man. They got Chuma, you know. And hold on. Get this. And I'm what my guy Chuma at? Same person, man. Rod Wave and Chuma Edoga, same person, bro. Yeah. Got good music too. He just takes everybody else joint, repurpose it, you know. Right. He said, hey, Law, you look just like, I'm like 11, 12 years older than James Harden. But yeah, Law, you look just like James Harden. But man, let me see. I was looking at this picture. I'm like, man, that looks just like Chuma. All right, so that's Chuma right there, y'all. That's Chuma. We're going to blow up Rod Wave, you know. Blow up Rod Wave, yeah, boom. We're going to blow Rod Wave. Put him right here. Same person, y'all. Same person, man. Same daddy, man. Same daddy. Don't say two different daddy. They got the same dad, man. They do. They got to. Papa was a rolling stone, and wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, come on. Yeah. These dudes, same person, man. Tell me they not. Tell me they got this. They the same person. It hit me up, and I was like, yeah, the same dudes, man. Yeah. Rod and Chuma. Hey, the same person, man. Yeah, there's some other pictures, man, that if I could have found, you know, I'm gonna make a little slide and be like, hey, them the same. They the same dudes, man. Literally. 5'6", 320. That's how tall Rod Wave is. He's 5'6". Good Lord. Yeah, little tree stump. Yeah. Rodzilla. Hey, did y'all enjoy yourself on this long marathon show? Let me know in the chat. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like, share this content. I'll be remiss if I didn't give you guys any outro here, you know. But at the end of the day, we just want this team to be successful, and we do have good problems to have, right? This is definitely the first episode that I went and I didn't say Four's name until now. Dak. I went this long without even saying his name. Hush, Beyonce. Hush. Say my name. I went this far without even saying the kid's name. Shout out to Beyonce too, by the way. Cowboy Nation, everyone that's watching, I hope we can find some criticisms on the Joneses. Citing. Maybe we can CGI him at the Puff Daddy parties. But the thing is, people bashing Puff Daddy, and he's a free man. Puff Daddy out there said this is the remix. Puff Daddy is out there in Miami riding bikes, him and Stevie J. And JT or Miami, whoever he dating. So that's rich folks' problems. Wealth folks' problems. They can do something heinous and still get away with it, right? They can do those type of things. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're family. Birdman happy, yeah. But I hope that one way or another we can find a solution to all of this madness. We just got to keep moving. We got to keep finding things. Shout out to you, Jera. That'd probably be Jerry Jones right there. I know he watching. Jera Jones. I know. Let me know if you Jerry Wayne. Don't let me find out. Come on with it. But if it's so, we all want that glory hole. We do. We do.
I want me some glory hole.
We all want glory. Shout out to you, C-Los. Just rewind for your mind if you mix the marathon law. But I will be back on the final word tonight. Know who did it, yeah. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies or hate it and yet give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth, you spoke and twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for, broken and stooped and build back up again with worn out tools. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of our lives over here. Broken and stooped. But if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was, brother, I'll ride with Law Nation, roll with Law Nation. As long as we win, and I will support and give all type of things for Law Nation. Just messing with y'all. But then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those mans you should never call a friend, because they bend lies around the truth to meet their end. You y'all see how I said truth? Truth. Put truth in the chat, baby, if you from Mississippi. Truth. Don't put truth. Truth in the chat. That's how I talk over here. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Shout out to you, Kimberly. Shout out to you, my guy, Action Power. Shout out to you, Graj. See ya. Appreciate you. Thank everybody for tuning in. Mama, I love you. I know you're up above watching. DC for life, baby.
Damn. Damn.
Truth.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let
You ever know that it was glory? Y'all go in there and watch this.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal happen.
Prepare for glory!
Let me hear it one more time.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Glory, glory. They died that night. They died that night. They died, man. They died that night. But they prepared for it. They were prepared for it. Where my dogs at, man? Let's get on up out of here.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to the real. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check us on.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Thank you. Thank you.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Yo.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not
Riggs.
Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer,
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Come on.
I just be off the dome.
Hey.
I never own no chrome.
Come on.
Too many foes and clones.
Yeah.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I've been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up.
You must be out your goddamn mind.
Time to check the song. Lately I just wanna run it up.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let's get out the line with it and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Don't miss. No, he's
Lately,
that
I just
motherfucker
wanna
don't
run
miss,
it
man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he
Lately
don't
I
miss.
just wanna run.
See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're going to have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. I want to get mine out the mud. I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts. I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me and somebody to see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on. It may sound harsh, but I'm going to beat myself up so the world can't beat me up. Because the world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. And once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers.
What else? There's always going to be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it. The flowers don't chase the bees.